moving on, a tragic incident is coming to light from Kerala. A 13-year-old boy, Midhun, a class 8 student at the Boys High School in Kollam, was electrocuted on Thursday morning. He was trying to retrieve his slippers from the roof of a bicycle shed, which is when he came into contact with a low-hanging live electric wire. Although he was rushed to the hospital, he could not be saved. Now, the school has reportedly requested earlier the Kerala State Electricity Board to shift the power line, but no action was taken. The Kerala government has ordered an inquiry with both the education and power ministers seeking reports on the matter. Political protests erupted at the school, with BJP workers staging demonstrations outside the premises. ABVP protested outside the state secretariat as well, demanding the resignation of Education Minister Sivankutty. Water cannons were deployed. Cops also lathi-charged the protesters. You can see on your screens they're burning effigies of government functionaries, calling for the resignation of Education Minister. Opposition parties allege that the school authorities refused to remove electric lines even after requests from the Electricity Board and higher authorities. All right. And joining us with more details, Vivek, there seems to be a passing of blame here. The school authorities suggesting that they had already written to the Kerala Electricity Board asking them to remove the live wire, but at the same time the government is blaming the school for negligence in the matter.
Yes, the government is clearly blaming the school authorities for the negligence which being there. Now, the government, the state education minister has blasted the headmaster and the principal, saying that even after the KSEB, the Kerala State Electricity Board, clearly informing them that they should have removed the electric wires and lines from the spot that is, just adjacent to the cycle shop or the cycle building. Why didn't the school authorities do that? And this is precisely the biggest, the question that's been asked by many political parties, especially the opposition leaders who are protesting today. Remember, yesterday by around 3 o'clock, Midhun, an 8th standard student, climbed atop the building, and he was actually trying to, collect his slippers, which he had thrown, which has accidentally been, trapped on top of that building. And while he was trying to do that, the electric lines, which was passing very nearby that, came in contact with him, and later he fell down. He was electrocuted, and he was declared dead before he was taken to the hospital. This is one of the most shocking incident recently that's happening in a school premises, and that too a government school premises. And the blame game has begun. Various departments trying to put the blame on the other departments. But one thing is very clear, that there was a message that's been sent from the education department to the school and also with the KSEB that these electric wires and lines should have been removed. But the school authorities say that the lines has been there for a very long time, but it had clearly warned school students that not to go to that area because it's a weak structure, and any time that it could fall down. But the question is, even though that the situation is like that, why didn't school authorities actually remove it or even dismantle the structure? This is the biggest question that's been posed. Now, protest is raging across, Kollam and Thiruvananthapuram.
I wanted to understand from you the details of the protest. We understand that ABVP workers are protesting. They protested outside the school. They're also protesting outside the state secretariat. We see water cannons being deployed at them.
Exactly. The protest has turned violent by not just the ABVP but also the Youth Congress, and the KSU has been protesting, demanding the resignation of Education Minister Sivankutty, who they believe is purely responsible for this incident, because if he had taken a stringent action at that point of time, this electric line wouldn't have been there. And that's the reason why they're solely putting the blame on him, and they're demanding his resignation. But as of now, around 15 to 20 ABVP activists has been detained and they've been moved from the spot. The protest is still going on.